The Śūraṅgama Sutra, Volume 7, 58. Because the Tathagatas of the 10 directions hold this mantra heart, they are able to go throughout the 10 directions to rub the crowns of beings' heads and bestow predictions upon them. Anyone in the 10 directions who has not yet realized the levels of sagely fruition can receive predictions from these Buddhas. Because the Tathagatas of the 10 directions are based in this mantra heart, they can go throughout the 10 directions to rescue beings from sufferings experienced in the hells as hungry ghosts, as animals, or by being blind, deaf, or mute, as well as from the suffering of being together with those one hates, the suffering of being apart from those one loves, the suffering of not obtaining what one seeks, and the suffering of the raging blaze of the 5 skandhas. They can simultaneously liberate beings from both major and minor accidents. In response to their recitation, dangers involving bandits, armies, the law, or imprisonment, dangers involving wind, fire, and water, and dangers of starvation, thirst, or impoverishment are all eradicated. Because the Tathagatas of the 10 directions are in accord with this mantra heart, they can serve good and wise advisors throughout the 10 directions. Abiding in the 4 aspects of majestic deportment, they make absolutely appropriate offerings. In the assemblies of as many Tathagatas as there are sand grains in the Ganges, they are considered to be great Dharma princes. Because the Tathagatas of the 10 directions practice this mantra heart, they can gather in and teach their relatives in the 10 directions, and keep those of the small vehicle from being frightened when they hear this secret treasury. Because the Tathagatas of the 10 directions recite this mantra heart, they realize unsurpassed enlightenment while sitting beneath the Bodhi trees and enter parinirvana. Because the Tathagatas of the 10 directions transmit this mantra heart, after their nirvana, those to whom they have bequeathed the Buddha Dharma can dwell in and support it to an ultimate degree. Being strict and pure in the precepts and rules, they can attain total purity. If I were to explain this cluster of light atop the crown of the Buddha's head patra mantra from morning till night unceasingly, without ever repeating any syllable or phrase, I could go on for as many eons as there are sand grains in the Ganges, and still never finish. I also will tell you that this mantra is called the crown of the Tathagata. Unless you hold this mantra, all of you will with something left to study who have not yet put an end to the cycle of rebirth, and yet have brought forth sincere resolve to become arhats, will find it impossible to sit in a way place and be far removed in body and mind from all demonic deeds. Ananda, let any being of any country in the world copy out this mantra in writing on materials native to his region, such as birch bark, patra, plain paper, or white cotton cloth, and store it in a pouch containing incense. If that person wears the pouch on his body, or if he keeps a copy of the mantra in his home, then you should know that even if he understands so little that he cannot recite the mantra from memory, he will not be harmed by any poison during his entire life. Ananda, I will now tell you more about how this mantra can rescue and protect the world, help people obtain great fearlessness, and bring to accomplishment living beings' transcendental wisdom. You should know that after my extinction, if there are beings in the Dharma-ending age who can recite the mantra themselves or teach others to recite it, such people who recite and uphold it will not be burned by fire, will not be drowned by water, and will not be harmed by mild or potent poisons. Other such things will not happen to them either, including not being possessed by any dragon, gods, ghosts, spirits, weird entities, demonic ghosts, or evil mantras. These people's minds will attain proper reception so that any spell, any paralyzing sorcery, any poison made of herbs, gold, silver, any plant, tree, insect, or snake, and any of the myriad kinds of poisonous vapors will turn into sweet dew when encountered or ingested. No evil stars, nor any ghost or spirit that harbors malice in its heart and poisons others, can work its evil on these people. Vinayaka, as well as all the evil ghost kings and their retinues, will be led by deep kindness to always guard and protect them. Ananda, you should know that 84,000 Nayutas of Ganges sands, of Kotis, of Vajra treasury king bodhisattvas and their descendants, each with Vajra multitudes and their retinues, are ever in attendance, day and night, upon this mantra. If beings whose minds are scattered and who have no samadhi remember and recite the mantra, the Vajra kings will always surround such good people. That is even more true for those who are decisively resolved upon bodhi. All the Vajra treasury king bodhisattvas will regard them attentively and secretly hasten the opening of their spiritual awareness. When that response occurs, those people will be able to remember the events of as many eons as there are sand grains in 84,000 Ganges rivers, knowing them all beyond any doubt or delusion. From that eon onward, through every life until the time they take last body, they will not be born where there are yakshas, rakshasas, putanas, kataputanas, kumbhandas, pishachas, and so forth, where there is any kinds of hungry ghost, or any being possessing or lacking form, possessing or lacking thought, or in any other such evil place. If these good men read, recite, copy, or write out the mantra, if they carry it or treasure it, or if they make offerings to it, then through eon after eon they will not be poor or lowly, nor will they be born in unpleasant places. If these beings have never done any deeds that generate blessings, the Tathagatas of the 10 directions will bestow their own merit and virtue upon these people. Because of that, throughout asamkheyas of ineffable, unspeakable numbers of eons, as many as sand grains in the Ganges, they will always be born in places where there are Buddhas. Their limitless merit and virtue will be threefold, like the amla fruit cluster, for they stay in the same place, become permeated with cultivation, and never part from the Buddhas. Therefore the mantra can enable those who have broken the precepts to regain the purity of the precept source. It can enable those who have not received the precepts to receive them. It can cause those who are not vigorous to become vigorous. This mantra can enable those who lack wisdom to gain wisdom. It can cause those who are not pure to quickly become pure. It can cause those who are not vegetarians to become vegetarians naturally. Ananda, if good men who uphold this mantra violate the pure precepts before having received them, their multitude of offenses incurred by such violations, whether major or minor, can simultaneously be eradicated after they uphold the mantra. Even if they drank intoxicants or ate the 5 kinds of pungent plants and various other impure things in the past, the Buddhas, bodhisattvas, Vajra deities, gods, immortals, ghosts, and spirits will not hold it against them.